And welcome to Siena. So behind me, the Duomo of Siena. Did you know they started work on this in 1196 and finished 1348, about the end of the plague here. It's a wonderful cathedral. And Siena's a lovely place. It's about 75 kilometres south of Florence. So I'm going to show you here, but also down in the big Piazza del Campo, where they have the Palio race, the horse race. Now, an entry ticket to the Siena Cathedral will cost you about €9.50. Best to have this ticket included if you're on a tour. It'll just save you some time. Look, the white and greenish black marble are symbolic of the colours of Siena. There are 42 statues of prophets and patriarchs, whilst the stained glass round window, that was made in 1288. The pulpit is just amazing, isn't it? That was sculptured out of marble between 1265 to 1268 by Niccolò Pisano. Now the Piccolomini Library, that's an absolute treasure. It's interesting, the family are from Pienza in the Val di Orcia. I will be covering Pienza in a later episode, by the way. So the library was essentially built to honour Pope Pius II, and he is from the Piccolomini family. And the frescoes are full of colour and have that perspective, which shows that shift from earlier artwork prior to the Renaissance period. So the historical records show that the nephew of Pope Pius II had the library constructed to conserve the Pope's collection of manuscripts. Okay, so from the Duomo we'll walk back down to the Piazza Campo. Very busy, isn't it? Very busy. And the Piazza Campo is the heart. It's really the heart of Siena. The centre of Siena. Very similar to Florence, lots of cafes, lots of shops, tourist shops. Lots of alleyways to also explore. So where do you start? Well, you start with the main piazza, the main cathedral really, and work out from there. So the one-day trip from Florence on the bus, it's great because, we see Pisa, we see San Gimignano, we see Siena, but the disadvantage is you only get a real brief snapshot, a bit over an hour in each main medieval city, so it's not long at all. But if your time's limited, hey, go for it. But if you've got more time, sorry, it's very busy here. If you've got more time, maybe do a tour that covers only two of those cities, so you can have more time to actually stop and smell the roses. And of course, some really interesting shops, aren't there? But that's the thing, when you only have limited time, you can't stop to explore. So that's a disadvantage of doing one of these tours. In an ideal world, a one-night stay in each of these lovely little medieval cities is the way to go. So ahead of me now, just down this hill, is the Piazza Campo, where they run the Palio race, the horse race. Lights are in front, and the Mungia Tower just there. Look at that. So in front of me, I'm just looking at the Piazza Campo, where they have the horse race. So I'm going to flip the camera around and just explain what this race is all about. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Palio race. And I'm walking on the horse race track right now, which is covered with clay. On the 2 days each year that they race. So here we are here. And just have a look. Can you imagine 10 horses running around this grey paved track? Obviously it's covered in clay. So 10 horses representing 10 districts or contradi. So there we go, the 17 contradi who potentially can participate in the Palio, but only 10 on the day. There are actually 17 districts in Siena, but 10 get the right to race. And the horses are pushed around for 3 laps. It's about 90 seconds. The jockeys, no saddles, are just hanging on for dear life, I believe. Now, this race occurs twice each year, on the 2nd of July and the 16th of August. And this piazza is packed full of people, all patriotic participants of their local districts. Now, apparently the balconies or little grandstands, you're going to pay 600 to 1,000 euro to witness that 90-second race, but also spend time lapping up the great atmosphere that must exist in here on those 2 days in July and August. It would be extremely hot in here too, being summer. How exciting that race would be. Hey, did you know the horses are blessed in the church the day before the race? This is huge, this event in Siena. This is massive, and it's been going on since the 7th century. Expat lifestyle with Bads. So I'm just concluding my trip to Siena. And I guess we then get on the bus, go back to Florence. Now, I'm biased because I live in Florence. I do like it very much. Look, I hope you've enjoyed this little snapshot. Pisa, San Gimignano and Siena. One-day bus tour. If you're limited to time, yes, go for it. Otherwise, it's better, it's more effective for you if you can have a one-night stay in any of those Tuscan towns. But certainly Florence is the jewel, and then explore from there. So please, thumbs up, subscribe, bell notifications on. See you next episode down at Monteriggioni and Piazza. Ciao.